Thank you for your interest in Pro's Choice OS-1. This is a dynamic odor and stain remover with a growing track record for success. OS-1 integrates the power of natural oxygen release with the power of odor modification and encapsulation to destroy odors and stains, while cleaning agents break down oils and soils for easy removal. So what does that mean for you and your customer? Well, first and foremost, the OS-1 gets rid of pet stains and odors. That brings us to the first commonly asked question. So, is it an enzyme? Now, enzymes are very common in our industry, but the answer is no. OS-1 is an oxidizer with built-in odor modifiers and encapsulating agents. Enzymes digest, oxidizers destroy. Two different processes, same purpose. That leads us to the first big plus for OS-1. OS-1 will do in minutes what takes an enzyme days to do. If you remember your basic chemistry, enzymatic action is a biological process where the bacteria goes through the process of production, digestion, and replication again and again, as opposed to an oxidizer that literally rips the urine molecules apart. This doesn't mean that enzymes don't work, just that oxidizers work faster when you can use them. When your job involves odorous deposits, OS-1 gives you a quick and efficient way to handle them with minimal disruption of your normal cleaning procedure. You can maximize performance and minimal time spent by following this sequence. Before your setup, while the carpet is dry, locate all odorous deposits. Using a clean, pump-up sprayer, saturate each spot with enough OS-1 to reach all the subsurface contamination. Remember, no treatment's going to be effective unless it gets down to all the contamination. Set up for your job and proceed as normal to clean the carpet, extracting as much moisture as possible from all odorous sites. Reapply the OS-1 to all the odor sites, and allow it to dry in ambient conditions. No further extraction is needed or advised. OS-1 will complete its job of stain and odor removal as it dries. Big question number 2. How well does it take out stains? OS-1 is a great stain remover. It's going to remove probably 70 to 80% of the urine stains out there. The only time that you may need to get more aggressive is if it's an older stain or if there are medications involved. Anything that alters the body chemistry can have an effect on the stains. So in those cases, we can pull out the stain magic, but for now, let's focus on OS-1. OS-1 is ready to use, so there's no dilution ratio. This makes it super convenient for spot treatments because there's no mixing or measuring involved. Here is where we find the first branch in figuring out the best fit for the customer. Some environments that we'll refer to as litter box environments, where multiple animals were cooped up for longer periods, that creates a much larger area that needs to be treated, and thus a lot more product needs to be used. For those, we can look at a concentrated product like OSR, the odor and stain remover, for stain in an odor solution. Do you have to rinse it? Absolutely not. Here is the next big plus for OS-1. The active ingredients in OS-1 neutralize themselves as they dry, and by its very nature, the OS-1 actively goes after residues that want to attract soil and crystallizes them, so they become very brittle and non-sticky. Any residual contaminants that aren't destroyed by the oxidizers literally fracture and are vacuumed away by subsequent vacuuming. This makes OS-1 a huge asset for anyone using low moisture cleaning systems. It's very tempting and easy to use OS-1 on area rugs as well, but here is where you need to be careful. OS-1 is not meant for use on natural fibers, so no wool, cotton, sisal, etc. However, there are plenty of olefin and polyester area rugs out there, so be sure to qualify your answer. No natural fibers, but synthetics are just fine. I'll always tell you to pre-test and to keep an eye out for fiber blends, but with the rise of all the hard surfaces in our industry, there's more and more synthetic area rugs out there. One final note on this is that if you do have a synthetic rug and you want to use OS-1, be sure that the surface under the rug is moisture resistant, like tile, or put plastic underneath to prevent cross-contamination. Did we miss something? Or do you have a different question that wasn't covered? Give us a call. 1-800-368-1247, or send us a text, which can be really useful if you have a picture that you want us to see. And that's our text to tech line. And you can reach that at area code 916-705-9140.